There was once a village where everyone was rich. Well, everyone except one little man who was astonishingly poor. And all the rich people laughed at him and called him the stupid little peasant and threw bits of mud and rubbish at him because they didn't like poor people. Look! How horrid. And in fact, the village was called Horrid on Sea. The rich peasants had beautiful houses, fields full of cows as far as the eye could see, and they had £50 notes with jam on for breakfast. About 6 each. But the little peasant was so poor, he had to eat twigs with no jam. Yak. And when he and his wife had eaten all the twigs for miles around, they had to start eating the floor of their hut. These floorboards a bit chewy, said his wife. Makes a nice change, though. Well, the little peasant was sad to see his wife getting mouthfuls of splinters every night, because he loved her very much. And so, one night, instead of eating his floorboard, he decided to make her a special present from it. And as she had always wanted to have some cows, he made the floorboard into a little calf. Well, it wasn't big enough to make into a cow. Oh, you! Oh, what a wonderful present, said his wife. It looks completely real. Hey, why don't we put it out to graze with all the other calves? And the next morning, when all the cows from the village were being driven out to the fields, the little peasant called out to the cowherd, "Hey, I've got a little calf too. Take him along, and be sure you look after him well." "Oh, righty-ho," said the cowherd. And he took the wooden calf to the top of a cliff and chucked it in the sea. Splosh! Serve him right for being a poor peasant. But the poor peasant saw him doing it and grabbed him by the nose and took him to the mayor. "He threw my only calf over the top of the cliff, your worship." "Well, it was an accident." "It wasn't an accident. If it was an accident, why did you shout Geronimo?" "Well, it's a speech impediment." "Both of you shut up! Pop, pop! Either way, it was very careless," said the mayor. "Right, cowherd, you'll give the little peasant a cow to replace his lost calf." "Hey, but don't worry, because I'll pick which one you have to give him." "Geronimo, nice one." And because the mayor didn't like the little peasant either, he picked the most sickly, manky, 10,000-year-old cow and gave him that. Well, the little peasant rushed home. "Look, wife, we got a real cow." Bonk. "Oh, no, it's dead." They don't last long, do they? This farming's a lark, isn't it? "Oh, well, never mind. It can't be helped," said his wife. "Take its skin off and see what you can get for it down the market." "Well, I don't think you get much for a cow with no skin." Ugh. "No, I mean sell the skin, you dope." "Oh, right." So the little peasant set off to town with his cowskin under his arm. And, whoa, no, it started pouring with rain, like all the clouds were tipping out their paddling poles. Oh, no! And up ahead, he saw a rich farmer's house. So he ran, and he knocked on the door. "There's no one at home." "Please, let me in." "Well, are you rich?" "No." "Well, get lost then." "Please let me in, I'm soaking wet." "Oh, all right, come on in," said the voice. The door opened and there stood the rich farmer's sneaky brother. "Well, come in quickly and don't rip on the furniture." "Are you hungry?" "Oh, yes, I am very hungry." "Well, tough. There's no food. Would you like a comfortable bed for the night?" "Oh, yes, please." "Well, you can't have one. Lie down over there in that puddle and make sure you roll around a bit and soak up all the water. Save me getting the mop out." The little peasant lay down in the puddle and pretended to fall asleep. "Oh, good," the sneaky brother said. "The little stinking poor person is asleep." Then, out of the corner of his eye, the little peasant saw the sneaky brother go into the cupboard and bring out a huge roast turkey, a bucket of ice cream, a bag of sweets as big as my bottom, and a gallon of lemonade. And he just said there wasn't any food. He was a liar. And the sneaky brother started eating. Slurpily and burpily and so greedily he had 2 spoons in each hand. This is great. This is my favourite thing. Ow, that's the plate. Well, it's my second favourite thing. My favourite thing would be if I was the mayor. Oh, I'd love to be the mayor. If I was the mayor, I could eat. I could eat everyone's food. I could boss everyone around, and they'd all have to smile at me, even when I was pinching them, because I'd be the mayor. And suddenly he heard, "Hello, I'm home." Oh no, it's my good brother. I must hide the food. And the sneaky brother was in such a panic, he hid all the food in the bed. Dear brother. Excuse me. Thank goodness you're back again. I was so worried. Well, the good farmer saw the peasant lying on the floor. "Well, who's that lying in the puddle?" "Oh, well, you know me. It's just some poor person I was very kind to." "Well, that's very good," said the farmer. "We must all be very kind to poor people. Now, could I have something to eat, please? I am starving." "Oh, no, you can't. Oh dear, I think I've given all the food away to poor people. There's only this bit of mouldy bread left." But the good farmer went over to the little peasant and woke him up and said, "Hello, little poor person. I've got a piece of mouldy bread. Would you like half of it? And you can't be comfortable on the floor. Get up and go and lie in the bed." No, not the bed, because he absolutely insisted on lying on the floor. You love it down there, don't you? "Yes." "Well, there's not much room in the bed," said the peasant, "with all this food in it." And the good farmer gasped with amazement when he saw the feast under the quilt. "Goodness gracious," he said, "why is all that food in the bed?" I don't know, maybe it was tired." And the sneaky brother had to sit at the table and share out his secret food with the other 2.